Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new video horoscopes. Yes, the written horoscopes are starting to fade away a little bit and turning into video horoscopes every single week. Not only do you get the horoscopes, but you get to hear it from the horse's mouth. And no, I'm not calling myself a horse. We're going to start with Aries. Aries, get ready to shine this week. It's been a really difficult time for you Rams lately, especially with the Uranus retrograde that's currently taking place in your sign at this time. And that does kind of have a tendency to make you feel like your hands are tied, and no matter what you do, no matter where you turn, you just can't move forward. The planets are lining up beautifully this week, along with the Moon, Jupiter, and Venus, all aspecting Uranus, making big things happen for you when it comes to your ultimate goals and in some cases your career. So that feeling like your hands have been tied is actually just the universe saying, hold on, we've almost got it all together for you. So get ready for the ball to drop. Get ready for things to kind of start moving and start going in the direction that you want them to go to. Just make sure that you avoid that frustration, because frustration is really only going to be an obstacle that gets in your way. Taurus. There are very few signs on the zodiac that feel things quite as deeply as Taurus, especially when it comes to the people that you love. And this is really big for you guys this week. Whether you've got somebody in your life that's sick or having some problems, maybe going through some confusion or just making bad decisions, it's really difficult not to go straight to worrying about them. And also, it's really difficult not to want to overly help them a little bit and really try to make it better for them. You Tauruses are beautiful at that, but at the same time, you're not necessarily doing them a service. Rather than going straight to worrying about them, place them in your heart with a great big pink bubble around them, or whatever color you choose, and give them some love. See them, visualize them as doing better and improving, and watch as the universe manifest that for you. It works a lot better than worrying, because worrying really doesn't do us a whole lot of good. Geminis, independence. It's all about independence for Geminis. You know, you guys have some fantastic ideas, and you know, the best person to rely on is yourself. But at the same time, this week it is all about using, finding some business partners, especially when it comes to people that are already in your inner circle or your relationships. This is going to actually work out really well for you in terms of money or investments. So you really would want to make sure that you pick your partners correctly, of course, and definitely work with somebody that you already trust and have value in, somebody that you know you can work with. It's always good to have another person looking at the situation and helping you to see some of the things that you may not be seeing. At the same time, when it comes down to it, listen to the conversations that people are having around you, the conversations that your loved ones are having you, even the whispers in the wind. There's very important messages in there. So make sure that you're paying attention and your Gemini mind isn't going a mile a minute all the time. Cancer, this week is all about fine-tuning details and coming up with new ideas, especially in terms of personal goals or things that are near and dear to your heart, specifically different projects, different goals towards your career. It may seem like it's a little bit at a standstill right now, but really it's not a standstill. This is just a time for you to kind of reevaluate things and make sure that you've got all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, and all of the little holes are kind of filled in. It's also a bit of a respite period for you guys. There's been a lot of things going on. Now's the time to kind of sort of back off and just let things happen, basically. Do what the crab does best and just kind of sort of ride that wave for a little bit and see where it takes you. No matter what happens, belief in yourself is what's going to get you where you need to go. Leos, the moon's in Leo in the beginning of the week, literally starts off the beginning of the week, and this is not necessarily a bad thing for you Leos. It joins the party there with Venus and Jupiter at the beginning of the week in your sign. So big things are happening. We're talking about expansion. We're talking about doing things you love, and this is all wrapped up in your career or where you want to go with your life. So big things are on the horizon for you. All you need to do is tap into it. However, at the same time, do be aware that there is a little bit of an aspect between these planets and Mars and Saturn. Mars and Saturn are going to complete conjunction, pardon me, this week. And so that's going to cause a little bit of tension there. It may seem like you're not going to get what you want, but if there's two choices, don't just go for the first one right away. It may not be the right one. Or if it feels like it's a little bit uncomfortable, don't go with it. Whatever you do, avoid the frustration, because the frustration is going to lead to tempers, and tempers are definitely going to be an obstacle that may get in your way. And you know, you don't want anything to get in your way. You want to be successful. You want to be awesome. You want to do what it is that you need to do. Virgo, happy birthday to the Virgos. Let me be the first one to say happy birthday to the Virgos. The sun is in Virgo, actually starting this week. And I would like to take this time to say a very special happy birthday to a very special Virgo to my heart, whose birthday is on Saturday the 30th. And he will be 18 years old this year. Yes, this is my son, a person I brought into this world. And he came into this world in his own time and on his own terms. And this week for you guys with the sun in Virgo, there is a bit of an opposition with Neptune and Pisces there. So basically the bottom line is it's time for you to shine in whatever it is that you want to do. At the same time, if your intuition says that something's not right, even though this is what your heart wants, don't go right to the, oh my gosh, it's not going to happen. Make sure that you avoid the assumptions and find out the truth, so you can see if you can work with it or it's something that you can work around. Chances are, most of the time, if you do this, it'll work out better for you, and it'll turn out to be not anything like what you thought it was. Libras, delving into the depths of yourself is never a fun thing to do at any time of day, any time of the week. But it's essential for all of us, and especially for you Libras, also ruled by Venus, this can be a little bit difficult. At the same time, though, it's necessary every once in a while. As challenges keep presenting themselves to you in your life over and over again, these challenges keep coming up to create these lessons for you in order to allow you to overcome the things that are holding you back, especially in terms of things that are emotionally rooted in past situations. So take the time, face the root, accept the root, embrace the root, and let the root go. Because the truth is that once you do that, you have no idea how far you can go after that. And the truth is that all of that beautiful help that you've been giving to everybody else is wonderful. It makes you absolutely an awesome person, but at the same time, it's also giving you an excuse to avoid you. You can take care of you and everybody else a lot better if you make sure to put yourself in there as a priority as well. So make sure you do that. Scorpio, Mars and Saturn, complete conjunction starting off the beginning of the week. And this is going to cause a little bit of a shakeup for you guys, actually, especially with those two energies there and the aspects of different planets that it's going into. Bottom line is that there is challenges when it comes to when it comes to certain goals that you've had set up for yourself. So for instance, especially these goals that are nearest and dearest to your heart, this may cause an issue where it seems like you're not going to get what you want. The truth is, this is an illusion, okay? It doesn't mean that it ends there. Really, really important to avoid tempers, overly emotional reactions, anything like that, because that is going to get in your way. If it's a no at first, that doesn't mean that it's a no forever. Remember that. So keep your head, keep your focus, and keep moving on, because this is not the end. And this little bit of energy that might be a little bit difficult is going to be over before you know it. Sagittarius. How about some luck for the week, Sagittarius? The part of fortune brings you luck Monday through Wednesday, and it seems like it really couldn't come at a better time for you guys. The truth of the matter is that when it comes to your foundation, or when it comes to where you've come from, there's really important aspects to that, and then there's aspects to that that maybe aren't doing you any good. So take some time to evaluate that and really look into that and see what is going to serve you and what is not going to serve you. Old mindsets that really aren't getting you anywhere, probably a good idea to leave those behind. But at the same time, good solid values, that's something that you can work with. Whatever it is, Sagittarians, you guys are one of the number ones on being able to transform yourselves and be whatever you want to be. So stop beating yourself up if you're beating yourself up. Stop overanalyzing it if you're overanalyzing it. And for crying out loud, just do it, because whatever you do, you know it turns out great every single time. Capricorns. Oh my gosh, Capricorns. You have no idea how happy I am to report this, but possibilities, I should say, are about to seem endless again, as many planets are going to come together and help out this Pluto retrograde. That's going to go on until about December or so. And it has been really, really difficult. It's been a heavy retrograde this time, but these planets are coming together in terms of helping you change the past. Did I really say change the past? Because you can't really do that, right? Well, no, you can't, but you can change your perception of the past and things that have happened. If you feel like you've made mistakes, if you feel like you've gone the wrong way, if you feel like things could have been done differently, stop worrying about it, stop beating yourself up about it, and let it go. The truth is, those situations happen for a reason. They brought you to the place that you are now, and the best way to get past them is to forgive yourself and move on. At the same time, there's a lot of things that are happening to give you a little bit of boost in energy to get the things done that you want to get done. So quit feeling like you can't do it and just start doing it, and everything is going to fall into place. Aquarius, with all the energy that you project out to the world, the humanitarians of the zodiac, there is some time for you in there as well. And Aquarians are actually pretty good about this. Aquarians do definitely know the value of themselves. At the same time, this week really is all about you, and that needs to be your focus. It's time to clean house, Aquarius. All of those ideas going on in your head, do something with them. If you have projects that you've been putting off, finish them or go through them. If you need to clean out that closet, clean out that closet. But whatever it is, these things are causing a little bit of an issue here, a clog up here, and they're making things difficult for you in terms of getting things done. So make sure that you take some time for you, do that house cleaning, do some meditation, get yourself back into balance, and be able to move forward from there with all of the exciting things that you got going on. And last but not least, Pisces. It can be really frustrating sometimes. You Pisces are very intuitive when your intuition seems to see things really clearly. And oftentimes it can cause some confusion, especially if these things have to do with things that are near and dear to your heart, such as your career or certain projects that you have going on. The sun is moving in opposition with Neptune, and it will be in opposition with Neptune for the entire week. So you may be feeling that your gut is telling you that no matter what you do, obstacles are coming and they're putting themselves in the way. Make sure that you don't feed that fear there, because ultimately that's what's really going to get in your way. Obstacles, smobstacles, basically, is what it all comes down to. You put more obstacles in front of yourself than anybody else does, and that's true for all of us, regardless of what sign we are. So do yourself a favor, take a look at where you're putting obstacles up in front of yourself and try and eliminate that. And whatever it is that you do, make sure that you believe in yourself, number one, because that's what's going to make you successful, not necessarily what everybody else is doing. Thank you very much. There's your horoscopes for the week. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you have an awesome week. Don't forget to check out my website, fairymothersdream.webs.com /fairymotherservices. And don't forget to take a look at the 13-card tarot reading for 2015. It's one of my most popular readings, and it's only available for a few months out of the year. That would be September through the end of December. But it's been launched a week early. Thanks again for listening. This is Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic, and I will see you next week for more horoscope awesomeness.